Man, you know what? Fuck it, intro, because I'm tired of you, Tommy. Why do you keep talking shit? I'm sick of this shit. We got you not once, not twice, but 3 times. 3 times. You still talking shit. You just like a fucking Friday the 13th movie. You don't fucking die. Apparently the bitch is back.
The bitch is back.
I mean, look, I don't know what black person pissed you off in North Dakota or South Dakota, where the fuck you from, because apparently there are no black people that live up there. Probably like less than 1% of the black population of America. I don't know what they did to piss you off, but why is it your most prominent rants revolve around black people? Why is it that you're only known, you make it, you pay your rent off of ranting about Beyonce and her Black Power message? What was the other one she did? She did one after that. I don't forgot.
Obama.
Yeah. Oh, you did another one about Obama, and then you did another one not too long ago about, who was that? She just said so much fucking shit.
Jesse.
Yeah. I mean,
and now Colin Kaepernick.
And now Colin Kaepernick. What is your beef with black people? What is your axe to grind? What I want to know. I want to dig deep into the psychology of your brain and find out what makes you so mad with black people. I mean, just like how Slim said in the last video, I mean, was they bullshitting you at the hotel? I mean, damn, did they do a bukkake in your face and left you $5? I mean, come on, man. Tommy, why you don't like black people? So, and then you got the nerve, the fucking audacity to say God bless at the end of your racially charged rant. I mean, hey, you know what, Slim, man, I don't even know what else to say to this broad, man. We're making money off you, Tommy. We're making money off of you. I kind of want you to keep saying wild shit about black people. Go ahead.
How can I start this? First, tell the audience about what you said about Colin Kaepernick.
In short, she said,
and Colin, if this country disgusts you so much, leave. I guarantee there are thousands and thousands of people around the world that would gladly take your spot. Because those that don't live under this flag are banging on the door to get in, not get out. Remember that. Is our country perfect? No. But what have you done to make it better? What's your contribution? Sitting there like a fool? What selfish is you, buddy? And what's your message to black kids, to people of color? That their biggest contribution to justice and self-fulfillment is to parade around with a chip on their shoulder like a victim? And Colin, how dare you sit there and blame white people for the problems of minority communities? After all, aren't you half white? Didn't 2 white parents adopt you after yours weren't willing to raise you? For a racist and horrible country filled with racist and horrible white people, that's really something, isn't it? Maybe you should also decline the paycheck from the white owner of your team or the white fans that buy your merchandise and fill the stands to watch you play. There's a statement I don't see you making anytime soon. And Colin, who's getting away with murder? I'd like to see some evidence to back that up because that's a pretty strong claim. But here's the deal, Colin. I've got loved ones overseas right now fighting for your right to sit on a bench and bitch and moan about your perceived oppression while making $19 million a year to throw a ball. So show a little respect.
I wore these J's.
oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wore the J's because, you know, we going on a 4th ring on this hunt. It's getting ridiculous. Like, right now, I'm Jordan holding the ball, crying after he won the championship against Seattle at their 72-10 win season. Like, cause this shit is just ridiculous. Now, I'm about to go in now. Tomi Lahren, man. Tommy, this my thing with you, man. Like, let's start off with this. How I think you grew up. You know, the Slim story time. Tommy, you grew up in a nice home. It was your mom and dad in the household and shit. Your dad went to work. Your mom was a house mom. You know what I'm saying? She really didn't do too your dad probably was a drunk. You know, he made good money, but he was a drunk. He was cheating on your mom all the time. So your mom, your mom never cried in front of you because she was trying to hide the fact that your father was a fucking dirtbag, man. And she tried to hide the fact that your father really was a fucking drunk. So when you grew up, you know what I'm saying, everything seemed all smooth and gravy. And then you got to high school. When you got to high school, you know, you grew up around nothing but white people. So you lived in this little box. And then one day, turn on the TV, you looked up, you seen Bill O'Reilly. And then you start fantasizing about Bill O'Reilly and Rush Limbaugh and Sean Hannity. And then you see Rudy Giuliani. You see
prominent racist. Prominent racist.
You seen these old guys and they reminded you of your father. But you didn't know your father was a complete douchebag. And he was beating on your mom when you went home. And he was cheating on her and shit. So then you start watching Fox News a lot. Then you picked up on a couple of those things they were saying. Black people, welfare, and then you watch BET and then your little vagina got wet. So you was wondering, you was always curious to what a black man would feel like. Because you probably sucked a couple dicks when you were in school, but you know, they were little. They couldn't satisfy you. They made you uncomfortable.
They couldn't even get past the clitoral hood, but yeah.
They couldn't satisfy you, you never came. So you always playing with yourself. And at night, you was playing with yourself to people like Lex Luthor, you know, BBC shit. Start getting excited. But you really hated black people the whole time because you grew up on hating black people because your father was racist and your mom was cheating on your father. A couple Puerto Ricans and shit. You alright?
Yeah.
Alright. So, so you went to college and shit, and you picked up your racist degree. You met an old guy named Glenn Beck. And Glenn Beck made you suck his dick. You know, he liked to fuck you in your ass and shit like that.
Yeah, Glenn Beck made you swallow the shaft and drink the gravy.
Yeah, but you know, Glenn Beck is a pervert, so you know he was doing perverted shit.
And he was probably sniffing her ass like a dog.
No, he made you put on a strap on and fuck him with a black penis.
A big, the gimp black one.
And then he wanted you to call him his slave and shit. And then he called you master. So you picked up that mentality and then you took it to the blaze, this low budget ass internet, radio, whatever the fuck it is.
But it's the oldies of conservative radio.
Basically. Nah, ain't the oldies. It's more like Family Dollar, nigga.
Yeah. No, I don't know, man. It's between oldies and Save-A-Lot, bro.
I'll say Save-A-Lot. But so you end up getting on your little show, and then you was like, damn, how can I get some attention? Let me diss black people. Any black famous person that stands up for themselves, here yo retarded ass come. And then what's so sad about you, Tommy, you know, we crack jokes on you, you know that. Like, number one, like, you are a prostitute.
Yeah, you was out there selling ass trying to get out of paying for your fucking parking tickets.
That's facts.
Oh,
That's facts.
it's documented.
And, you know, like, you get off on this shit. Like, you really do. And, you know, it's sad because you're ignorant to a lot of things. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to educate you right now. All right, the reason why Colin Kaepernick, because you brought up a point that Colin Kaepernick shouldn't be able to speak on race issues because he was raised by a white family. And his father and his black family abandoned him. Alright, let's get this correct. Number one, you retarded dumbass bitch. You ever heard of the one drop rule? I said this previously in another video.
And didn't white people make that up?
White people created the one drop rule. The one drop rule is if you have one drop of black in you, you were considered black. Now, I know a lot of black people are trying to knock him for that. You know what we call them? Them are coons. C-O-O-N-S. Or let me paraphrase this. The guy Jesse Lee Peterson, that's who they are.
Yeah. Garbage digging raccoons.
Self-hating motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Colin Kaepernick is black. He's a black man.
Clearly.
He never lived life as a white man. He doesn't know the experience of a white man. Don't you think that his parents would have called him and said something about it? Or took a press conference and said something about it? They felt something was wrong with what he was saying? Now let's think about this.
He did say something. His birth mother trashed him on Twitter.
His birth mother, they ain't got nothing to do with the people that raised him.
Oh, okay.
I'm talking about people that raised him. We ain't talking about the birth mother white, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so a white bitch had something to say though, right?
Of course.
Okay, so the white woman who left him and abandoned him that y'all fail to realize, but y'all want to get on the father though. Very interesting because he's black though. But back to what I was saying though. Now here we had two unfit parents do the right thing and give it to fit parents. So Colin Kaepernick was able to experience a lifestyle of what a white man or a white person would live, but he still had to live it in black skin. So you can't tell him about his experiences of when he gets pulled over by cops, or what his experiences of growing up in a white neighborhood, or his experiences of racism. You don't know because you don't have a fucking clue. Realize this, Jim Crow laws was not that long ago. That's 1960, you dumb bitch. Your grandmother knew Jim Crow laws. Your grandmother. By the way, 50 years ago. 50, that's half of a life, you dumbass bitch. Half of a fucking life. So half of a life ago, Jim Crow laws was in existence, meaning that the people who lived through the Jim Crow laws are still living today.
Yeah, the majority of them, my father included.
Alright, so you want to talk about black people always complaining. Now understand this. Black people had to fight just to be human, which you don't know nothing about.
Yeah.
Black people were considered 3/5 of a man with that American flag that you want us to stand by. I will never stand by the American flag after realizing what that American flag stands for. Now let's understand this. The American flag, or what white people believe the American flag will be freedom, justice for all, right? That's what the American flag stands for freedom and justice for all. One nation under God.
For freedom, liberty and justice for all.
Okay, but let's explain what that flag really represents. That flag represents rape, murder, slavery,
violence,
crime. That's what that flag represents. This country was found off of stealing.
Yeah.
This country was found off of slavery.
Yep.
Built off of slavery. All them stars on that was built off of slavery.
Do you know who built the White House? Slaves.
You know who built the whole fucking country and an economy was slaves. And on top of that, the 13 original colonies built off slavery. By the way, that's what the Confederate flag represents, is going back to its roots, which is slavery. Which Republicans represent going back to its roots, which is the slave party that you represent. I want you to sit here, and if you have the audacity to ever come back and reply to anything we're saying, I want you to prove that you're not racist. Because when have you not said something that wasn't racist?
It's too much evidence.
Here your unsensitive, overly privileged white ass don't know shit about being black, but yet you want to tell black people how they should feel or what they should do.
And to keep it real, you couldn't walk a mile in our shoes.
Man, you couldn't walk a day because
you couldn't even walk an hour.
No, you couldn't walk a second, because here when white people have one thing happen to them that they feel is unjust, y'all cause all type of mayhem and recklessness.
Right.
Here we have 400 years of slavery, and then add in all those years of laws against us. We couldn't vote. We was 3/5 of a man. We had to fight just to be human. We had to fight just to vote. We had to fight just for civil rights in this fucking country that we fucking built. And you know what? When you have the audacity to tell us, why don't you go get out the country? No, motherfucker, we ain't going no motherfucking where until we take over this motherfucker. Because we the ones who built this bitch. Why the fuck would we leave? My ancestors' blood, sweat, and tears went into this country.
They want to get. They basically want to kick us out of the house that we built and paid for.
And
basically.
then on top of that, I'm tired of y'all motherfuckers feeling so sympathy for police. Guess what? When you policeman, you sign up for death. That's your job.
That's right, though.
You sign up for that shit.
It's the occupational hazard.
And when you a vet, when you you want us, oh, what about the veterans? The veterans. Oh my God, they fought for our country, man. Dude, listen, man. Listen. When you sign up for the army, you sign up for death. That's what you sign up for. I don't understand when motherfuckers is dying overseas, but over terrorism and all that, why you don't have sympathy for every single one of those veterans that's dying over there? You only have sympathy when it comes to black people when we say something. And here he never stated and never quoted and never mentioned that he was offending veterans. He was only saying that he will not stand up for a flag that doesn't represent what it's intended to represent, because freedom and justice for all isn't represented for every American in this country. No. Not for gays, not for blacks, not for Mexicans, not for Puerto Ricans, not for anybody that's a minority in this country. Arabs, Muslims, whatever the case may be. All those people feel discrimination, but yet all those people, even Asians, all those people who's feeling that discrimination, guess who gave them the rights that they have now today? Oh, black people, because we was the one marching. We weren't even marching for ourselves. We was marching for everybody. So here you go, coming around talking all this bullshit, trying to tell us what, like, bitch, you the same bitch that would have something to say about Martin Luther King, but yet you want to quote him when it fits your narrative. Because, bitch, if Martin Luther King exists today, you'll be going against him. Because Martin Luther King will be the same way, he was doing the same thing what Colin Kaepernick is doing today. Yeah. Doing the same thing. You a contradiction, prostitute, slut-ass hoe with a fucking opinion. Which you need to shut the fuck up and sit your bitch ass down.
And you sucked your way to the top.
Man, come on, we know what you trying to do. You trying to suck Roger Ailes' dick to get on Fox News, bitch. Yep. You ain't fooling nobody. You ain't fooling nobody. You just a come up hoe. You a cum sluzzler. You ain't no different from a prostitute on the fucking corner. And that's how the fuck we gonna talk to your sorry ass. I'm sick of this shit. You sorry ass bitch. You need to get a fucking life. Go do something positive for fucking once. Why don't you contribute? You keep talking about black on black crime. Why you ain't marching? All y'all talk about black on black crime. What are y'all doing to stop black on black crime? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing to stop crime, period?
Not a goddamn thing.
What are y'all doing to stop crime, period? Because you too busy prostituting. Ain't that a crime?
Probably sucking some cock right now.
Man, if you want to talk shit about people have all your eggs in one basket, and yet your boy Gerard Christian, yeah, who's in the army, he's a veteran, guess what? Guess what? He's a fucking murderer. He's a fucking murderer.
You ain't got nothing to say about him.
He's a fucking murderer. He's over there murdering innocent people over there in a country that we shouldn't even be in. This country ain't been founded on nothing but bullshit, lies, killing, murdering, raping motherfuckers.
Fucking man, look.
And with that said, man, this is what the fuck you talking about. Man, suck a dick, bitch. Pussy.
She's selling it.
Cancel that bitch.